Chet, Mooresville, North Carolina.
Colson Miller, Shelby, North Carolina.
Parker Cruz, Coates, North Carolina.
Logan Clark, St. Petersburg, Florida. Let's go NATOs.
Frankie Vasquez, Broward County, Florida.
Zachary Allison, Harrisville, North Carolina.
Tristan Robinson, Morgan, North Carolina.
Noah Webb, Silver, North Carolina.
Jacob Zill, Silva, North Carolina.
Cale Ayler, Concord, North Carolina.
Caesar Rodriguez, Hialeah, Florida.
Trenton Anderson, Orange City, Florida.
Lucas Granada, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Jock Pledger, Monroe, Georgia. Go Natives.
Davis Bryson, Easley, South Carolina.
Logan Sawyer, Asheboro, North Carolina. Roll NATOs.
Connor Crosby, Tampa, Florida. Go NATOs, baby.
Bryce Bowers, Massimo, Tennessee.
Jacob Thompson, Gray, Georgia.
Ethan Coleman, Emerald Isle, North Carolina.
Bryce Charlet, Morganton, North Carolina.
Greg Simmons, Pinehurst, North Carolina. NATO Nation.
Cameron Cook, Mount Holly, North Carolina. Luke Moore, Raleigh, North Carolina. Kenny Pridmore, Hendersonville, North Carolina.
Kirby Sandiford, Kennesaw, Georgia.
Jordan Rao, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hayden Jennings, Beaufort, South Carolina. Peter Flamero, Miami, Florida.
Benjamin Peeler, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Cameron Kilcoyne, Flowery Branch, Georgia.
Juan Perez, Kissimmee, Florida.
Bowden Winter, Loganville, Georgia.
Taylor Wyatt, Gastonia, North Carolina.
Andy Farringer, Holly Springs, North Carolina.
Aiden Williams, Parkland, Florida.
Matthew Evans, Yulee, Florida. Roll NATOs.
Carson Whitehead, Ramsey, North Carolina.
Gavin McCoy, Silva, North Carolina.
Taylor Mattern, Hudson, Wisconsin.
Micah Johnson, Hendersonville, North Carolina. Christian Riley, Hendersonville, North Carolina.
Liam Smithson, Clarksville, Tennessee.
Riley Hokron, Powdersville, South Carolina.
Mason Lyon, Williamson, South Carolina. Adam Rushing, Mount Holly, North Carolina.
Brett Burchett, Mooresville, North Carolina. Let's go Tornadoes.
And welcome everyone to Gil Cone Field. A very pleasant good afternoon here. Tornado baseball coming up here in just a moment. It will be the Brevard College Tornadoes against the Cortland Red Dragons. The Red SUNY Cortland Red Dragons Tornadoes. Long stretch without playing here at Gil Cone Field. Last game here at Gil Cone Field was a Sunday, February 26th victory, 8-6, a come-from-behind victory for the Tornadoes in that one. Since then, a road victory over Piedmont, and then taking 2 out of 3 on the road at Berea. Now preparing to face Cortland here, and then this weekend we'll head over to Buena Vista, Virginia, to take on Southern Virginia in a 3-game set. We've got the lineups for both teams, and we will go ahead and give you both of those here. For visiting Cortland, it'll be number 9 center fielder Chris Bonacci leading off. Batting second, the left fielder number 26 Nick Shamati. And in the 3 spot, the third baseman number 7 Dylan McKenzie. In the cleanup spot, the designated hitter number 10 Matt Bruno, followed up by the catcher number 32 Zach Kringdom, and the right fielder number 20 Adam Mikowski. And the final 3, the first baseman, number 17, Matt Kraft, the second baseman, number 3, Dan Jackson, and then rounding out the lineup, the shortstop, number 1, Andrew Maholsky. On the mound for Cortland is going to be Will McCarthy, sitting at a 1-0 record in 3 appearances with a 2.25 ERA. And he will be facing the Tornadoes lineup, which has Blake Burchett leading off, followed up by Luke Morton and Logan Clark, the usual first 3 for the Tornadoes. In his normal cleanup spot is number 26, the first baseman, Cale Ayler, followed up by Frankie Vasquez, number 19, at the hot corner. And number 1, Lucas Granado, who's been swinging a hot stick the last few games in the 6th spot playing left field. Riley Hokrine, number 99, the designated hitter in the 7 hole, followed up by the catcher, number 30, Hayden Jennings, and then number 4, the right fielder, the senior, Zach Allison. On the mound for the Tornadoes today is Jacob Thompson, sitting at 2-0 with a 5.14 ERA. That ERA a little bit elevated from his first appearance, was not a great one. Since then, we've seen a lot of good stuff out of Thompson, and the right-hander getting ready to face off against this Red Dragon lineup here in just a moment. A few minutes away here from first pitch. In just a moment, we will have my co-host Eli Carr on the call with me. And until then, we will be right back. Tornadoes and Red Dragons coming up here in just a moment. Wednesday afternoon baseball from Gil Cone Field. And welcome everyone here. A beautiful Wednesday afternoon here in Brevard alongside my co-host Eli Carr, ready for some tornado baseball here. NATO's donning the all-whites with Jacob Thompson on the mound. We've seen Thompson a few times. We saw him against Northern Vermont Linden, the Hornets. Thompson with a good outing in that one in a blowout game. Thompson sitting at 2-0 with a 5.14 ERA, and I think the key for him is to induce the ground balls that he normally does. Eli, I know you have not seen Thompson really so far this season since you've joined us, but Thompson more of a ground ball type pitcher, not really as much of a flamethrower or a strikeout guy. So looking to get his infield some work and give some good quality innings here against the Cortland Red Dragons out of New York. Coming all the way here to Gilcone Field today to take on the Tornadoes in a Wednesday matinee ball game. And the first three hitters he will face will be Chris Bonacci, Nick Chamati, and Dylan McKenzie. The center fielder, the left fielder, and the third baseman. The first three hitters, Jennings sends it down to Burchett at second, and just about ready here for action at Gilcone Field. It'll be the left-handed hitting Chris Bonacci, the center fielder, to start things off. Thompson, once again, sitting with a 5.14 ERA. Kind of got bumped up a little bit because of a bad outing his first time. In his two appearances since then, Thompson has held it down. And the first delivery from Thompson is high and outside for ball one. Loud dugout for the Red Dragons early on here. Pitch number 2 from Thompson is in there for strike one on the outside corner.
What a name, the Red Dragons. Holy cow, I've never heard something like that. That's awesome.
Red Dragons hailing all the way from New York, the State University of New York, Cortland Red Dragons. Here's pitch number 3 from Thompson. That one's fouled off down the left side, and now quickly ahead 1-2 is Jacob Thompson.
I wonder how long that drive was.
Couldn't have been a fun one. The 1-2 here from Thompson is low and inside for ball 2. Count evened up, and Thompson just missing his spot. You see him hopping there on the mound. Wanted to place that one. Thought he might have had a K. The 2-2 pitch here is ripped into center field. That will drop for a base hit, possibly extra bases. No. Yes, he's going to try for second. The throw in is going to be dropped. He got in there, and he will be safe. A leadoff double for Chris Bonacci here in the first. So a leadoff runner on for the Red Dragons, and it'll bring up Nick Chamati.
I think they're going to count that as an error.
It'll be a single with an error there on the throw. E8. Thompson takes a look back. Now the first pitch is on the inside corner for strike one. And you want to induce an out here, but you don't want one that'll move the runner over to the third with one out. Thompson, the 0-1. Inside for ball one. Similar spot to the last one. That one missing the zone, though.
Pretty nice day here for some baseball today. A little windy, a little chilly, but
1-1 pitch. Just misses the outside part of the plate. Ball two. Hitters count now for the Red Dragon left fielder. Thompson takes a look back. Comes set. Now the pitch. On the inside, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike, and Chamati ahead here on Thompson. Jennings behind the dish. Calling the pitch. Thompson now. Comes set. Here it is. High ball 4, and the first two hitters have reached base for the Red Dragons. A single followed up with an error, and then a walk, and now here's third baseman Dylan McKenzie. The one good thing for the Tornadoes is it is a force situation now and could possibly induce a double play here if Thompson can get a ground ball like he's so good at doing. First and second, nobody out here. Top of the first at Gilcone Field. Thompson, first pitch. Drops in there for strike one. Nice pitch. Had some movement there on it.
Umpires kind of throw me off a little bit with the calls. I feel like they're just a tad delayed every time.
Delayed calls by the home plate umpire. And he shows bunt. That one's going to be low and away. He'll pull back for ball one. First pitch at 2 o'clock here at Gilcone Field. It's 52 and sunny in Brevard. 5 mile to 10 mile an hour winds coming in from left center. Meanwhile, in Cortland, New York, the weather is 32 degrees, and the wind chill has it feeling like 22. 1-1 here from Thompson. Lifted in the air, popped up, right side of the infield. Blake Burchett coming up underneath it, and he will allow Zach Allison to make the catch. Burchett falling there to get out of the way. Out number one, though, and a big out number one for Jacob Thompson. A ground ball could end the inning here against Matt Bruno. Bruno, the designated hitter. Bruno, runners on first and second here, and one away against Thompson. Righty-righty matchup, and the first pitch is right down Broadway for strike one. Aside from the walk, Thompson has been hitting the strike zone pretty consistently. The 0-1 is chopped. Left side, Vasquez has it. Throwing a second for one. To first, and the throw is going to be off the mark. It gets by Cale Ayler. A run will score. Burchett got taken out, and he wants a call from the umpire. I don't believe he will get it. Burchett trying to plead his case. Arms out, glove off. Now picks the hat up, and Luke Morton coming over to calm down Burchett. And now
upset right there, and here comes
head coach Mike Victory out of the dugout discussing with the umpire here. And it will not be a long-winded discussion. The run will score, and it is 1-0 Red Dragons here. So it'll be a ground out to third, followed by an error from Burchett. And the first pitch here to Zach Cringdon, the catcher, misses for a ball.
He's definitely trying to paint black right now. That's how it seems to me. But
Thompson trying to nibble a little bit. Ball, no strikes, throws back over to first. He is in there safely.
It's just tough because it seems like a bunch of the Red Dragons batters are kind of crowding the plate a little bit. They seem so tight to that line.
A little bit. Pitch here is lifted foul by Cringdon. So a couple of errors, walk, a single, have put the Red Dragons on the board here in the top of the first. Thompson, the 1-1, is swung and fouled back off of the catcher Jennings. It'll make it 1-2, and now a chance to get out of this first inning with limited damage for Thompson and send his bats up. Ball and 2 strikes now, and the pitch. Runner goes. A throw down to second by Jennings, not in time. That was a good throw, but an even better jump there from Matt Bruno. And now the count even at 2 apiece with the runner in scoring position, and Thompson got to be a little bit more careful. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here. Top of the first. Red Dragons leading at 1-0 over the Tornadoes. And the 2-2. Taken, strike 3. First strike out of the ball game for Jacob Thompson will send us to the home half of the first. Dragons plate a run, and it is 1-0 Cortland as we head to the bottom of the first. NATO bats coming up. It'll be Blake Burchett, Luke Morton, and Logan Clark when we get back here in just a moment. Back here for the home half of the first. NATO's getting their first crack at it, and they'll be facing Will McCarthy. In 3 appearances, he was 1-0 with just a 2.25 ERA. And a tough task at hand for the Tornado Bats. But the NATO's up to the challenge, hopefully, including Blake Burchett here, the master of the stolen base. And if he gets on, you could pretty much chalk him up to being on second base most of the time. McCarthy gets ready to send his first pitch in. There it is. Swung on and sent to the left side. Going to be a tough play from the hole at short. Nice stretch. Able to get Burchett nearly a leadoff base hit, but a great play there from the shortstop, Maholsky. Andrew Maholsky from the hole there, making a nice play. And the first baseman, Matt Kraft, making a nice stretch there. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Will McCarthy.
Interesting to see that approach right there from Burkhead.
Aggressiveness does pay off a lot, but not there. And here's Luke Morton. He shows bunt, pulls back, and there's strike 1. McCarthy, a tall frame. And the 0-1 shows bunt again, and this one will be sent back foul quickly in an 0-2 hole for Morton. McCarthy, 6'6", 225 out of Farmingdale, majoring in sports management. Last year appeared in 13 games with 6 starts, posted a 4-0 record with 1 save, an ERA of 3, and 15 strikeouts in 39 innings as that one sent deep into the outfield, deep center field, and onto the track. Dropping the ball is the center fielder, Bonacci. Morton is going to get in off the error. It will be ruled as a double despite going off of the glove of Bonacci. It will be a 1-out double there for Luke Morton. Now a runner in scoring position, and a base hit from Logan Clark could tie this one up early. McCarthy was cruising up until that one. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and nearly 2 outs.
You got to think the wind played a factor in that one. I mean, he keeps looking at the flag out there in center, so.
Yeah, tough read there. First pitch from McCarthy to Clark is swung on, aggressive again. A short roller, takes a hop, throw over to first is going to be brought in for out number 2. NATO's aggressive, and a low pitch count so far for McCarthy. Another ground out to short there by Logan Clark, and now it'll be possibly the Tornado's best bat, Cale Ayler, the first baseman, stepping into the box from the left side, and we'll see. NATO's have been extremely aggressive early in the count, the first 3 hitters, and we'll see if Cale adopts the same approach or if he takes a pitch or 2 to start this at-bat off. McCarthy, the pitch is sent up the middle, base hit. Morton coming around third. The ball slows down. Throw to the plate will be not in time. Luke Morton comes around to score, and Cale Ayler even things up with an RBI single. And it is 1-1, a early run for both teams here in inning number 1. RBI single for Cale Ayler, just continues to rake, finding a way, shooting that one straight up the middle to bring in the run. And despite really efficient work and inducing ground balls for McCarthy, he is allowed a run here in the first. Frankie Vasquez at the plate now, the third baseman for the Tornadoes with 2 away, and Cale Ayler standing on first. McCarthy looks in, now the pitch. And that one is taken for strike 1, and that might be the first pitch taken by the Tornadoes so far in this first inning.
Minus the Morton bunt that he pulled back.
Yes, Morton did take a strike looking, pulling back on that bunt. And that one is going to hit Vasquez, and another base runner for the Tornadoes here. And it'll bring up Lucas Granada here, the Tornado left fielder. First and second with 2 away here for the Tornadoes. And a Granada base hit would give the Tornadoes a first inning lead here over Cortland, who got on the board early on Jacob Thompson, and now Tornadoes have already evened it back up. 1 run apiece for each team. McCarthy now has run into a little bit of trouble. First and second here with 2 away for Granada, the NATO left fielder. First pitch on the inside corner for strike 1.
A lot of hype coming down from the NATO's dugout right now, Brady. It's kind of funny.
Fired up, indeed. The 0-1 pitch here to Granada is sent up the middle, nearly hits the umpire. It's going to get through. Coming around third, Cale Ayler. There will not be a play, and the second run of the first inning comes across for the Tornadoes. A Lucas Granada RBI single, and a 2-run first here for Brevard, and some excitement out of that dugout, like you said, Eli. Lucas Granada driving another run across, and after a really good start for McCarthy, all of a sudden, a meeting at the mound with the Cortland coach.
Umpire's playing a little dodgeball there, Brady.
Yeah.
It seems so delayed.
Had to get out of the way of that one. That one did come
motion.
screaming off the bat of Granada. Don't think he was ready for that one. As Cortland gathers at the mound.
Coach looks very upset with these boys right now.
Animated coach on the mound. Looks like he might be equally angry at everybody. Just gave the catcher a hard slap on the chest. And now hitting his head, telling him.
Oh, man.
Upset here.
Enthusiasm.
You don't come all the way from New York to the Carolinas hoping to lose. I do understand that. Only inning number 1, though.
And I believe Cortland was ranked, right, Brady? And I think they recently just dropped out.
Yes, they were ranked number 17 in the country.
That is impressive.
Here's Riley Hokrine taking his first cuts of the day off McCarthy. Could drive another run across. NATO's now holding a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the first. And the pitch here. Taken for strike 1, and NATO seem to be a little bit more patient these last few at-bats at least. Still swinging early in counts, but we've seen a couple first pitches taken. And the 0-1 here to the Tornado designated hitter on the inside corner for strike 2, and quickly an 0-2 hole for number 99.
That is really good off-speed right there.
And caught him off guard there. He's been coming in with the heater a lot. Tornadoes have been putting the bat on it.
Just wonder what that looks like coming down from, I believe you said 6'6" frame, correct?
6'6", 225. And the pitch taken for strike 3. So both halves of the first inning end with a looking strikeout. And we will head to the second. NATO's put up a 2-spot in their first try at the plate and now hold a 2-1 lead as we head to the top of the second. NATO's leading at 2-1. Jacob Thompson back out on the mound when we get back. Back here for inning number 2 of work for Jacob Thompson. It'll be Adam Mikowski to start things off. Mikowski, the right fielder for Cortland, and he takes outside for ball 1 as Thompson starts his second inning on the bump. And the 1-0 inside for ball 2. And that's the one thing, like you said, Cortland may be crowding the plate a little bit, but Thompson has been missing inside, it feels like, when he's missed. Most of it has been inside. The 2-0 is on the inside corner for strike 1, nearly the same placement as the last one. But this one accredited to Thompson as a strike. 2 balls and a strike now, and the pitch is inside again, 3-1. Thompson working quickly, getting on the mound, wasting no time. 3 balls and a strike, and the pitch is taken for strike 2. He was ready to take off to first, and instead he'll have to at least see another pitch. Full count coming here. Payoff pitch from Jacob Thompson is lifted foul back behind home plate.
I'm telling you, it's the delayed signals from the umpire, man. It's throwing everybody off down there, it looks like.
Mikowski did not look too pleased about that one. And now another payoff pitch. Breaking ball, tapped, and got him into the mitt of Hayden Jennings. Second strikeout for Jacob Thompson to start the second inning off. 1 away, and it'll bring up Matt Kraft, the first baseman for Cortland. First pitch here from Jacob Thompson is lifted in the air right side. Ayler underneath it will make the grab for a quick out, number 2, and a nice start to the second inning for Thompson here. Dan Jackson now coming to the plate, the second baseman for the Red Dragons. Will be hitting from the left side, second lefty that we have seen. First pitch from Thompson. Ripped right side and caught by Zach Allison, a liner that hung up just a little bit too long, and a very quick second inning for Jacob Thompson. We head to the bottom of the second. NATO bats coming up once again with a 2-1 lead. Back here in just a moment, it'll be Hayden Jennings to lead things off. Back here for the home half of the second, it'll be Hayden Jennings to lead things off for the Tornadoes, the catcher. First pitch here from McCarthy is way in the dirt and outside. Ball 1, wild pitch there from Will McCarthy, the Cortland starter, who ran into some trouble the tail end of that first inning. Got a quick first couple of outs, sandwiched with a Luke Morton double in between. And that one lifted by Jennings. Catcher chasing after it. He will not make the grab.
Such a tough play.
It'll be strike 1. Yeah, I don't think he thought he had a chance at that one, then realized it was going to stay in. And at that point, it was too hard of an adjustment. And the Red Dragon catcher. So Jennings with another chance here. A ball and a strike. For strike 2. Maybe a little bit of a generous call. But, yeah, after those first 2 outs, an RBI single by Cale Ayler, a hit by pitch, and then another RBI single by Granada as Jennings swings and misses at that one. It's in the dirt. Throw on to first is scooped up by Kraft, and that will be out number 1. Jennings sent down via the strikeout to start inning number 2. Both pitchers with 2 strikeouts so far on this one. And it'll bring Zach Allison up to the plate in the 9-hole. Tornado right fielder. McCarthy. First pitch here is just on the outside corner for strike 1.
Both and pitchers. Excuse me, Ray. Go ahead, finish.
It looks like McCarthy's targeting that outside corner consistently As the second delivery here to Allison is a check swing swung on and missed for strike 2.
That is exactly what I was going to say. It seems like McCarthy Thompson's working inside. So, I mean, it looks like they both have their spots there.
Allison just past the diving shortstop Maholski. And it'll be a 1-out single for number 4. And it'll flip the lineup card back over to Blake Burchett. The Cortland coach seems to be having a really short temper with his team right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's
Keeping an eye on the runner, yeah.
Stolen bases today.
The 0-2 here to Burchett, swung on and missed for strike 3. Burchett will be sent down, second strikeout of the inning for the Tornadoes, and third for McCarthy, already a season high for him. His previous season high was 2. Now here's Luke Morton, had a double his first time up. A 2-strike double, first base hit of the game for the Tornadoes. Now 2 outs and a runner on first. He'll throw back to first. McCarthy not able to get him. Allison in there without a dive. McCarthy takes a look in at the Tornado shortstop. Comes set, now the pitch. Breaking ball in there for strike 1.
Yeah, it looks like he's becoming a little reliant on that off speed. I mean, it's working for him, don't get me wrong, but he's still got to throw a fastball over here and there, keep them on their toes.
Fastball hasn't really been missing the bats. And this throw back over to first, Allison. A little bit late getting back to the bag, but still back in again without a dive. No balls and a strike, and the pitch here on the inside corner, another breaking ball. And that one's going to put Morton in an 0-2 hole here. McCarthy trying to rally after giving up the 1-out single and get out of this second. Another throw back over to first. Allison in there safely once again. And we'll see if he'll focus on Morton here. Ahead 0-2. See if he tries to waste a pitch or goes right at him. Another look back and a long pause. McCarthy comes set. Now the pitch. Runner goes. Chopped over to second. Throw on to first will be in time for out number 3. Nato stranded runner. And we head to the top of the third. Brevard leading it 2-1 over the Cortland Red Dragons. Back here in just a moment, it'll be Andrew Maholski to lead things off. Back here for the top of the third. Thompson made quick work in the second after a 1-run first. And now back on the hill for his third frame of work. And he'll start it off with Andrew Maholski. The shortstop for the Red Dragons. First pitch misses outside for ball 1.
I don't know where that one missed. It was a
tough one there. Second pitch is whacked on the ground over to Vasquez. Throw over to first is strong and on line for out number 1 over there to Cale Ayler. And there it is, like we were talking about, those Jacob Thompson ground balls that he is so good at inducing. out number one of the third.
Just looked like the batter right there just chopped at it a little bit. I mean, Thompson went back inside with it, and I think he just cut him off, sawed it off a little bit.
Here's a leadoff man, Chris Bonacci, back for his second at-bat. Takes strike one, had a double, or a single with an error his first time up to the plate. He takes strike one. Pitch number 2 here. He shows bunt, sends it over to the third side. Good bunt. Barehand pickup. Vasquez throw over to first is not in time. Bonacci using the wheels there for his second single of the ball game, this time of the bunt variety.
Yeah, that was a great bunt right there. I mean, just maybe Frankie was back a little bit, but I mean, great effort coming in, trying to make the play there. It's just it's a tough play. That ball's in no man's land, you know.
I placed that one perfectly in between the pitcher, the catcher, and the third baseman. And it'll bring up Nick Chamati with 1 out. Walked his first time up. Bonacci on first. And the pitch in there for strike one to start the AB.
Both pitchers are working really well, hitting the strike zone, you know. I think the umpire zone may changes up sometimes, but
maybe a little bit of inconsistency. The 0-1 pitch here to Chamati is sent over to Vasquez. Quick chop, throw back over to second. Burchett for 1, over to first, and he got him. Double play there. Nice turn from Blake Burchett, and a double play there will send us to the bottom of the third. NATO's holding a 2-1 lead. Nice play there.
Looked like after the slide, the runner got up and pushed Blake in the bag. It was interesting. I don't think the umpire saw it, but Zach Allison did not take kindly to his teammate being pushed in the back right
Interesting. There. Second time we've seen that sort of scuffle at second base, but we will be back nonetheless in just a moment. Bottom of the third inning coming up. Tornadoes leading it 2-1 over the Cortland Red Dragons. Home half of the third here. McCarthy ready quickly here for Logan Clark. And the first delivery of the third from him is taken low and away in the dirt for ball 1. Logan Clark grounded out to short his first time up. It was a short little dribbler. And the 1-0. Same spot, 2-0. McCarthy has been trying to target that outside corner the whole time. Has missed a little bit too outside and low the last 2 pitches. 2-0 pitch here is on the outside corner that time for strike 1 and a hitter's count for Logan Clark, the Tornado center fielder. McCarthy, 2-1 offering here, is nearly going to hit Clark, and it'll put him in the driver's seat. 3 balls and a strike. Three and 1. Here's the pitch. Taken low for ball 4 and a leadoff walk for Logan Clark. It'll be the first walk issued by McCarthy. Did have a hit by pitch earlier on Frankie Vasquez, but the first walk issued there. And it'll bring up Cale Ayler, who drove in the first Tornado run of the afternoon with an RBI single back in the first. Logan Clark on first, a threat to run. McCarthy throws back to first, and Logan Clark back in there. McCarthy here, dugout instructing him, trying to get a ground ball First pitch to Ayler is taken high for ball one. Heater there. Ayler taken all the way. McCarthy a little more wild here to start this third inning. 5-pitch walk, and now a ball to start off Cale Ayler. Hitting from the left side. Here's the pitch. Lifted left side foul. Nobody going to get to that one. Past the NATO dugout.
Yeah, Ayler took a hack at that one. He must have been waiting on that pitch right there because he swung very hard right there, Brady.
Yeah, another fastball. Ayler was ready for that one. And now the count even up at 1 apiece. With a runner on first and nobody out here in the home half of the third here for the Tornadoes. And that one chopped foul down the first base side over towards the Cortland dugout. McCarthy now has the Tornadoes' powerful first baseman in a 1-2 hole. Logan Clark still standing by at first. Here in inning number 3. McCarthy comes set. Now the pitch is fouled back. And Cale Ayler will stay alive for another pitch. Nobody up in either dugout here in inning number 3. Starters having a pretty good day so far. McCarthy has gotten ticked up a little bit more than Thompson has, giving up 4 hits so far, a walk and a hit by pitch. The 1-2 here is swung on and missed by Cale Ayler, and it'll be the 4th strikeout for Will McCarthy. We'll bring up Frankie Vasquez, the Tornado third baseman, who, as we mentioned a moment ago, was hit by a pitch in the first inning and then was later driven across the next batter by Lucas Granada on an RBI single. Or no, rather, that was Ayler that was driven across. Vasquez was left stranded in inning number 1. Throw back over to first there. Logan Clark in safely once again. Vasquez awaits the first pitch, and here it is. That one lifted foul down the right side, chasing after it, and no room to make a play there for Mikowski. No balls and a strike to the Tornado third baseman, who has had a couple of nice defensive plays. Nearly had another one trying to barehand that bunt in the third inning by Chris Bonacci, top of the third. No balls and a strike, 1 away here at Gilcone Field. Tornadoes with a 2-1 lead. Frankie Vasquez at the plate. Runner goes. Throw down to second is way offline. That one's going to hit into the outfield. Clark gets up. He will get into third without a play. And it'll be a stolen base with an error on the throw down to second. That will send Logan Clark all the way to third with 1 away. And Frankie Vasquez at the plate in an 0-2 hole. Clark 90 feet away here with 1 out. No balls and 2 strikes. We've seen Clark steal home before. I don't think that's going to happen here. Let Vasquez take his hacks. And the 0-2. Chopped foul. And we'll do it again. See if McCarthy wants to play with a pitch or if he just wants to attack Frankie Vasquez here.
Infield's in. Really trying to prevent that third run coming across for the Nados, but see what Frankie can do here at the plate.
A hard ground ball could get through, though. The 0-2 is sent right over to the third baseman. Throw on to first will get him, and a perfect defensive shift therein. Able to knock down that grounder was McKenzie, and it'll be out number 2 in danger of stranding another runner here. It'll be up to Lucas Granada.
Yeah, just had Frankie a little bit out front there. I mean, it's just tough, you know, 'cause you're trying to put something in play, backside potentially, through a hole, something like that.
Yeah, trying to shoot that left side gap. Instead, it is out number 2, an easy grounder over to McKenzie, the third baseman. 2 away here for Granada. First pitch to him is taken for strike 1.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the Nados have laid off the aggressive approach at the plate after that first go around through the lineup.
No balls and a strike here. Tornado left fielder who has one of 2 RBI singles for the Tornadoes. The 0-1. Check swing, and it's strike 2. He did go across. Ball was probably in the zone anyways. And now an 0-2 hole for Granada. McCarthy trying to work his way out of trouble here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, it's going to get by. Logan Clark will score. Clark comes across. And a 3-1 lead for the Tornadoes now. McCarthy frustrated with himself there. He was a pitch away from getting out of that. Now the base is clear. Another run on the board for the Tornadoes. And that one will be a wild pitch on McCarthy. Third run plated for the Tornadoes as Logan Clark comes across. 1 ball and 2 strikes now here to Granada. Here's the pitch. Chopped up the middle, right to McCarthy. He's got it. Toss on to first is in time. And that will be all she wrote for inning number 3. Jacob Thompson back out for his 4th inning of work when we get back. Tornadoes lead it 3-1 here on a Wednesday afternoon at Gilcone Field. Fourth inning here at Gilcone Field. It'll be Dylan McKenzie, 3-hole hitter to start things off. Delivery here from Thompson. Breaking ball drops in there beautifully for strike 1.
That was a really good off-speed pitch to start that bat.
Thompson cruising along here after he ran into a little bit of trouble early on. That one just low for ball 1. And Thompson has only allowed 1 base hit since the first batter of the ball game, and that was a bunt single. 1-1 here from Thompson is lifted in the air and fouled back. Couldn't tell right off the bat where that one was going. Thompson quickly ahead 1-2 here on Dylan McKenzie, third baseman for Cortland. The 1-2. Outside for ball 2. Thompson missing his spot a little bit there.
Yeah, Thompson's working really efficiently today.
The 2-2 just misses, and now the count ran full.
Can't lose him here. It's important to get the leadoff batter, especially this part of the lineup. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure this 3-4-5 here, so.
Yep, payoff pitch here is swung on and missed. Sawed him off with the breaking ball. Nice pitch there from Jacob Thompson for his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. Second of the swing variety. Had one looking on Zach Crington earlier. Now here's Matt Bruno. He was the one that had the near double play. The throw got by Ayler and scored the only run so far for Cortland as he fouls this one over towards the Tornado dugout. It was a G5 that ended with an E4. The 0-1 pitch here from Jacob Thompson. Low for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike, and 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Thompson delivers. Swung on and fouled off. And it seems like the Cortland Red Dragons is not really getting comfortable at the plate, fouling a lot off late on a lot of pitches. And in a 1-2 hole here is Matt Bruno. Here's the pitch. Just misses the outside corner there. Will even the count up at 2, and maybe a little bit of a squeeze job there. Seems like that pitch had been getting called, and now here's the 2-2. That one in the dirt, evened up again, or sent to a full count once again here for Bruno. Bruno trying to reach base. Thompson, the pitch. Flied, popped up left side. Vasquez looking at it, and we'll watch this one go out of play. Full count. Thompson does not run into a lot of full counts.
Thompson's ready to go. He hopped up there quick.
He's been making quick work. Another payoff pitch here is a breaking ball sent over the middle, and Burchett can't find it. It'll be a single here for Matt Bruno, and the first base hit to leave the infield since the first batter of the game. A little bloop single there to the right side for Bruno with one away. That'll bring up Zach Cringdon, the catcher. He struck out looking his first time up. And might have a substitution here. Could be a pinch hitter. Looks like it will be.
Number 19, I believe.
Yeah, it'll be number 19, J.J. DeLauder, utility guy. And from the left side, DeLauder will take his first hacks against Jacob Thompson. With a runner on first, he throws back over to first, nearly able to get him there, but instead sliding back safely is Matt Bruno. Not sure why Cringdon getting swapped out, the catcher, after only one at-bat. And the first pitch here to DeLauder is outside for ball one. Looks like Bruno may be looking to run here. Designated hitter. Bruno, 6'1", 200, grad student. Thompson, throw back over to first again, and throw a little bit high for Ayler. Bruno able to get back in once again. 1-0 count here to J.J. DeLauder. And the pitch. Lifted in the air, left side. Morton tracking it, coming underneath it now, and making the grab for out number 2. So DeLauder, his first at-bat, ends in a pop out to the shortstop. And now 2 outs here for number 20, Adam Mikowski, the right fielder. Thompson pitching really well so far on this one. Bruno on first. Thompson trying to leave him stranded. Throw back over to first. Ayler drops the ball. He will head over to second, and he will get in there easily. Ayler still tried to make a throw past the first base line off one leg, but Bruno able to advance into scoring position. Cale Ayler wasn't able to handle that throw. I don't think he realized it until about a second later. And as soon as he realized it, Matt Bruno did too and took off for second. Runner in scoring position now, Thompson. First pitch to Mikowski is swung on and missed. Nice breaking ball. Back foot breaking ball there. Sawing him off once again. We've seen that a couple of times. And in the driver's seat, 0-1 is Thompson with a runner on second. 2 away. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed once again. And he's got Mikowski uncomfortable. Mikowski struck out his first time up in the second. In fact, started off the second inning. And now he could finish off the fourth. The 0-2 here from Thompson is popped foul right side. He'll stay alive. Mikowski trying not to strand Bruno at second. Thompson trying to do exactly that. No balls and 2 strikes, maybe a pitch to play with here. Here it is. That one chopped over toward the NATO dugout. And another 0-2 coming up here in just a moment. Thompson, this is about as much traffic as he's seen since the first inning with the runner on second. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did.
Wow.
A strikeout once again of Mikowski. That's his second, and it is Thompson's fourth. We will head to the bottom of the fourth. Tornado bats coming up, holding a 3-1 lead when we get back. Just a moment, we will be back here from Gil Cone Field, Wednesday afternoon baseball. Home half of the fourth here will be Riley Hokrine to start things off in the fourth frame for the Tornadoes. It'll be Hokrine, Jennings, and Allison before the lineup flips over here, and Hokrine going to try and get on base to start it off here against McCarthy. First pitch is low and inside for ball one. Righty-righty matchup here. That is all we'll see these first three hitters. And the 1-0 is outside for ball two. McCarthy, his season high in innings pitched is 4 2/3. And we were told that this is a bullpen game for Cortland. So we'll see how much longer he goes. The 2-0 pitch here is going to miss for ball three. Still nobody up in the Cortland pen, it looks like. 3 balls and no strikes. And the pitch here to Hokrine. Low and outside, 4-pitch walk for McCarthy. And Hokrine will reach base here to start the fourth. Bring up Hayden Jennings, who struck out his first time swinging. And it looks like we've got somebody starting to get loose in that bullpen for Cortland. McCarthy looking in. Hokrine on first. Showing bunt, and it will be a bunt. It'll be popped over to the right side, foul in the grass past the first base line. No balls and a strike here to Hayden Jennings, the Tornado catcher. He'll show bunt once again, a throwback over to first. Infield, or at least McKenzie, coming in on that one.
See, I think when you see the bunt, I mean, just that blatant, you know, it's as a pitcher, you just got to attack it.
Playing way in now. He pulls back and tries to send this one down the third base line. He'll pop it in foul ground. No room there for McKenzie. Couldn't get over right at the fence. Now 0-2 for Hayden Jennings. No balls, 2 strikes. Riley Hokrine standing on first. And the pitch. Swung and lifted in the air, left center field. That one is going to be caught by the center fielder Bonacci. A nice play there to rob Hayden Jennings of extra bases. That'll be out number 1.
Yeah, I think the wind just killed that one there. I mean, it looks pretty good off the bat.
Hit it hard.
It just died. It just died. Great play, though. Tracking it, being able to track it.
Jennings still seeking his first base hit of the season, I believe. And throw back over to first, not in time. Pitch here is sent right over to the shortstop, picks it up on a hop, gets it over to second, and there will be no chance for a double play. That one was hit hard, a tough hop, kind of bounced off of Maholsky there, and only able to get one. It'll be a ground out to short for Zach Allison.
Good job, though, not panicking, you know, just using your body to absorb it and just finding the lead runner. You know, that's a great job getting the lead runner out right there and just preventing a potential error or anything like that of the sorts.
Absolutely. So it'll be down to Blake Burchett, who's 0 for 2 in this one. Allison on first. It'll be a fielder's choice for Zach Allison as Burchett takes strike one to start the AB. No balls and a strike, and the pitch high and inside for ball one. The catcher, Connor Lynch, newly put in, takes a look back over at first, but no throw. Ball and a strike here to Burchett. Pitch. Inside again, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Hitters count here to the Tornadoes' second baseman, and a throw back over to first just to keep Allison honest. Hokrine reached on a walk, then a fly out and a fielder's choice now. 2 outs. Pitch here to Burchett. Just misses for ball 3. It does look like there is some movement in the bullpen for Cortland, but probably trying to just let McCarthy ride this one out and hand it over in the 5th as another throw back over to first there. Allison in there. 3 balls and a strike. 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch. Runner goes. Throw down to second. It's a strike. That one sent into the outfield again, this time by Lynch. Allison will not advance to third. And the count will be full now for Blake Burchett, who's still seeking his first base hit of the afternoon. Allison now in scoring position, though. A base hit by Burchett would likely plate him. Surely he's going on contact with 2 away here. Nadeau's holding a 2-run lead right now. Want to get a little bit more insurance if you can. Payoff pitch here from McCarthy. Here it is. That one taken. Strike 3 looking. Burchett was running over to first. That one I do not think missed. I'm not sure what Burchett saw. Maybe he was just trying to sell it. But nonetheless, a strikeout, second one of the day for Blake Burchett, and that will send us to the 5th inning here at Gil Cone Field. Tornadoes leading it 3-1. Back in just a moment. Back here for the 5th inning. A little over halfway through this one, NATO's holding a 3-1 lead. Jacob Thompson back out there and doing good work so far. First pitch here to Matt Kraft is going to miss for ball one. Kraft, the first baseman for Cortland. And the 1-0 in there for strike one on the inside corner.
Yeah, that inside corner is Thompson's sweet spot, man. He loves that.
And trying to keep these right-handed batters uncomfortable. The 1-1 swung on and missed.
You know, that might be a factor in what you were saying earlier about how Cortland just doesn't look comfortable in the box, man, because they know maybe after seeing Thompson, 2 times through now, I believe.
The 1-2 is check swing, tapped, and no, swing and a miss. Jennings able to haul that one in. It'll be another strikeout for Jacob Thompson, and he's fired up on the mound. Out number 1 there, getting Kraft. Apologies there for the call on the tap. View a little bit obstructed here up in the press box. As first pitch there to Jackson hits the outside corner for strike one. Looked a little bit outside, but we'll take it. Thompson breaking ball there, just missing the inside corner. Ball one, and Thompson working so fast right now, it's hard to keep up. Ball and a strike here, and the pitch is sent over to first. Ayler handles it and will run it over to the bag himself for out number 2. Dan Jackson sent down there. And now here's Andrew Maholsky, grounded out to third, his first time up, and 2 quick outs once again for Jacob Thompson, who's just looked phenomenal so far in this one. First pitch here from him to Maholsky is low for ball one in the dirt. One and 0, and the pitch here from Jacob Thompson. Taken on the outside corner for strike one.
Yeah, Thompson's dealing right now, man. It's fun to watch almost. You know, he's moving quick, moving efficient, and throwing strikes.
Absolutely. The 1-1 here, he shows bunt and fouls it straight back. Strike two. 5 strikeouts for Thompson, who maybe isn't normally a strikeout pitcher, but has had Cortland off balance all day long. And a chance to send down Maholsky here and turn it over to the NATO bats. 1-2 offering here is taken just a little bit high and outside for ball 2, and the count evened up with 2 away and nobody on here in the top of the 5th. Thompson, the pitch, sent over to short, picked up on a hop. Morton throw over to first, got him. Out number 3, and another quick inning of work. 1-2-3 goes Cortland. Thompson is dealing, and the Tornado bats coming up here in just a moment. It'll be Morton, Clark, and Ayler when we return. Tornadoes leading at 3-1, bottom of the 5th. Home half of the 5th. It'll be Luke Morton to lead things off against Will McCarthy, who spikes the first pitch. And you got to wonder when his line is going to end. We were told this would be a bullpen game, but back out still in the 5th inning is McCarthy. He's only allowed 3 runs on 4 hits. 1-0 here to the Tornado shortstop Morton. The pitch on the outside corner for strike one. Seen some movement in the bullpen for Cortland, but no throwing yet. Ball and a strike here to Luke Morton. That one on the inside corner for strike two. Logan Clark on deck. He scored a run on a wild pitch earlier in this ball game in the third. And the 1-2 delivery here to Morton is swung on and sent back foul sharply. 62 pitches for McCarthy. And another 1-2 is fouled back over towards the Tornado dugout once again. And Morton staying alive here against McCarthy and bringing that pitch count up. A third straight 1-2 offering coming here from McCarthy, and here it is, low and outside in the other batter's box for ball two. Count evened up for the Tornado shortstop, who has one of the 4 Tornado hits with a double in the first inning. And now the 2-2 is sent up the middle, and it is knocked down. Throw over to first is going to pull him off the bag.
It's a great play, though, getting there.
A single there for Luke Morton, his second base hit of the afternoon. And now here's Logan Clark, who walked his last time up.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Maholski's range today has been awesome. I mean, he's went from the hole to the middle of the field. It's just tough throw right there.
It is not able to finish it there.
All the momentum's moving
and
one
throw
way.
over to first. Morton in there safely. Clark at the dish, 0 for 1, grounded out to short and walked in his 2 appearances so far. First pitch to him is a breaking ball that drops in there in the middle of the zone for strike one.
Looks like they're up and throwing over there now in the Cortland bullpen.
Looks like maybe number 33 has another throw back over to first. Number 33, Bradley Battellini, sophomore out of West Islip. The 0-1 pitch here to Clark is a check swing. Did he go? He did not. Cortland doesn't like that one in their dugout.
And
Chirping.
Brevard loves it.
And it looks like the umpire yelling out something. Not happy with the chirping from the Cortland dugout. Maybe a warning there, too.
And once again,
The dugout.
Brevard is cheering for that. That's
We're
awesome.
big fans of that one as that pitch inside to Clark. 2-1. And McCarthy can't be happy with that one. Also up in the bullpen for Cortland is number 38, Shane Van Dam. Another throwback over to first, and McCarthy possibly stalling here a little bit, trying to get these guys ready. Here's the pitch. Just missing the outside corner is McCarthy, and in danger of going first and second with nobody out. The first 2 hitters here in the bottom of the 5th. 70th pitch coming up here for McCarthy, and here it is. Swung and laced over to short, to second for 1. Throw over to first is going to get him, and Clark will ground into a double play there. Not advantageous at all for the Tornadoes. That'll clear the base paths and put 2 outs up on the board for Cortland, and McCarthy with a chance now to finish his 5th full inning of work, and likely his final inning, as Cale Ayler steps into the box. Ayler 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a strikeout.
Yeah, it's tough to do in a 3-1 spot right there, but
First pitch to Ayler, swung on and missed. Big hack there. McCarthy trying to finish off this 5th inning. Has tied his season high in innings pitched at 4 2/3. And trying to create a new season high here. Keep Cortland in the ball game. The pitch. Swung on and missed again, and Ayler chasing those low pitches, trying to lift them and drive them. Unsuccessful on those first 2 attempts, though. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. NATO's leading it 3-1. And here's the pitch from McCarthy. Way outside for ball 1. Lynch able to corral that one in the right-handed batter's box. Ayler still in a hole 1-2. Trying to extend the inning after the double play. Pitch from McCarthy. Swung on, lifted down the right side. That one is going to be foul. Drove that one out of here, but just missing to the right of the foul pole.
Thought for a second there it was going to hit the foul pole, actually, Brady, and then it just kept drifting, man. I don't know.
He got more than I thought he did off the bat.
That wind is pushing that way, though, so maybe that had something to do with the ball flight right there. But, yeah, I agree. I mean, he turned on that quick right there.
Quick hand staying inside the ball there. And just some protection there from Ayler. Another 1-2 is chopped over to second. Can't handle the hop.
That's a tough hop right there, man.
Ayler is going to hit the brakes, turning first. And that'll be ruled as a single for Ayler. Came so sharply off the bat. A tough play there for Dan Jackson, the Cortland second baseman. In this inning will prolong at least a little bit longer with Ayler on first. His second single of the afternoon, and that'll bring up Frankie Vasquez, who is 0 for 1, a hit by pitch and a ground out to third.
You got to feel for Jackson right there. I mean, that's a smoker, and then just took a tough hop on him.
Absolutely. That one misses outside for ball 1 to Frankie Vasquez. Yeah, Ayler missed those first couple of pitches and then timed up McCarthy quickly, nearly driving one out, and then the single there. The 1-0 pitch to Vasquez is sent up the middle. It'll be another base hit. Ayler will get to second, and now first and second. McCarthy running into a little bit of trouble since that double play. And now Lucas Granada with a chance to add another RBI to his ledger for the day. Granada, an RBI single in the first, and then grounded out to the pitcher his last time up. 2 away, first and second for the Tornadoes. And the first pitch by McCarthy is low for ball 1. Another base hit, and you got to assume that'll probably be the end of the line for McCarthy. So this could be his last hitter of the afternoon here at Gilcone Field. Takes a look back at second. Now the pitch from McCarthy is swung on and lifted off the end of the bat, right side. Coming over and making the grab is the right fielder, Mikowski, and that will do it for the first 5 innings here at Gilcone Field. NATO's strained a couple of runners and lead it 3-1 as we head to the 6th inning. Back here in just a moment, Tornado Baseball on a Wednesday afternoon. Back here for the start of the sixth, Jacob Thompson back out there has been dominant. He'll face Bonacci first. He shows bunt again. He gets the bunt again. Bare hand by Vasquez, and it'll be another bunt single for Chris Bonacci.
He's good at that.
Bonacci.
That's awesome. That's a talent right there, being able to put a bunt where you need it.
So 3 for 3 for Bonacci with 2 bunt singles, 3 singles in total. And now here's Nick Chamati, a walk and a double play on his line for the day. It's the 4th base hit that Thompson's allowed, and 3 of them have been to Bonacci, 2 of them with a bunt variety. And throw back over to first, Bonacci in there. 3 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for the Tornadoes. 1 run, 4 hits, and an error for the Red Dragons as that one misses for a ball. Nick Chamati, the left fielder for Cortland. And Bonacci going there. Throw down to second is going to be high. And the backup guy, Morton, there, hauling that one in. And a little bit of a Blake Burchett special there for Chris Bonacci with an easy steal of second. Jennings just sailed that throw a little bit. And now, leadoff runner in scoring position for Cortland, trailing by 2. 2 balls and no strikes here to Chamati. And the pitch. Inside ball 3 and in danger of putting the first 2 men on. This is sort of reminiscent of that first inning where Bonacci had a leadoff single, got to second, and then Chamati with a walk. The 3-0 is in there for a strike.
See, I don't know. I feel like the pitch before that one was a strike last inning. I mean, I'm not sitting here trying to bag on the hump, but got to be a little more consistent, I feel like, man. It's tough to play ball.
3-1 pitch here from Thompson is swung on and missed. Now the count ran full. A strikeout here would be huge for Thompson. He's got 5 of them in this game. Taking a look in at Jennings, his catcher. Now a look back at second. Back to the plate, and the payoff pitch is lined through the gap past Vasquez for a base hit. And stopping at third will be Bonacci. A single for Chamati. And now runners on the corners with nobody away for Cortland, and it'll be Dylan McKenzie here. McKenzie has popped out to right and struck out in his 2 plate appearances today. And Jacob Thompson, the most trouble that he's been in since that first inning. And the first pitch here to McKenzie is taken outside. No, strike. It looked like he had just missed the corner. Not according to the home plate umpire. Strike 1 there to Dylan McKenzie. We'll see if they try a steal from first here. And the throw back over to first, keeping Chamati honest. I do think he might go here on one of these next few pitches from Thompson. Bonacci on third, 90 feet away from scoring. And the pitch. Sent back foul. Right over towards us. And now quickly in an 0-2 hole is McKenzie. A strikeout would be big. McKenzie did strike out his last time up. And we'll see what Thompson brings him here. Looking in at the plate. The Cortland third baseman in an 0-2 hole and a throwback over to first once again. Ayler on a knee. Brings that one in. No balls and 2 strikes. Thompson coming set. Here's the pitch. Line. That one is going to drop for a base hit right in front of Lucas Granada. It'll be an RBI single, and now all of a sudden a 1-run game. And still no outs in the 6th. Thompson running into as much trouble as he has all day. And it'll be the DH Matt Bruno with first and second, nobody out. A base hit could suddenly tie this one up. Thompson trying to do some damage control, and a ground ball would go a long way towards that. First pitch, showing bunt, and that one will be a ball pulling back there as that one knocked down in the dirt by Hayden Jennings. Bruno grounded out and then singled. Showing bunt again, he'll take again, that one high. And Thompson starting to miss the zone a little bit more.
The Cortland dugout's just getting louder and louder.
And Cortland, a second wind here in the 6th inning after having not done anything offensively since the first inning. Showing bunt again, and that one is going to hit him and load the bases. Thompson all over the place suddenly.
No,
and it looks like that one might have hit the bat. The umpire might be saying that one hit the bat, and that'll send Bruno back into the box and might save Jacob Thompson a runner there. Looks like Bruno trying to sell it a little bit. The umpire's having a discussion near the mound. And they are going to call it a foul ball, I believe. Bruno not happy about it, neither is the Cortland head coach.
Yeah, that's a relief for Thompson right there because you definitely don't want bases loaded with no outs.
Thompson coming set now, stepping off. Bruno is not in the box. First and second, nobody out here. 1-run ball game at Gilcone Field. Showing bunt once again. That one off the bat. Thompson over to third is going to get him.
What a play.
Nice heads-up play there to get Chamati and get the lead runner for out number 1. Slick fielding by Jacob Thompson.
Looks like he's
got a
pinch hitter, Brady. Looks like we got a pinch hitter coming up.
It will not be Connor Lynch. Connor Lynch was heading to the box, and instead it'll be A.J. Fenton.
Pinch hitting for the Red Dragons, number 11, A.J. Fenton.
A.J. Fenton here. And the umpire writing down the change. Fenton is a 5'8", 200 outfielder, a junior for the Red Dragons, and has first and second with one away. A ground ball could finish this inning off as the first pitch outside, and a couple of NATOs looks like moving around in the bullpen. Could be Thompson's last frame. The 1-0 to Fenton. Outside again. And Thompson maybe a little bit of fatigue setting in.
Yeah, I think you just got to take a deep breath here. I know his MO is working quick, but find the strike zone, just recoup, you know.
Don't want to load the bases, and now time called, and Rob Julian
that's a great job by
will
Coach Julian.
Head out to the mound to talk things over with his sophomore pitcher, Thompson. Thompson so far to this point, 5 1/3 of 2-run balls, 6 hits. This defense has not done him any favors with 3 errors. And a quick conference with Coach Julian is over. And now Fenton getting ready to step back into that left-handed batter's box. Ahead of Thompson, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. And the pitch. In there for strike 1. Hitters count now for Fenton. Two and one away here. And the pitch. Just misses, 3-1. Thompson trying not to lose him here. 3 balls and a strike, first and second with 1 away. And the pitch. On the outside corner for strike 2. And another payoff pitch coming here in just a moment from number 17.
Yeah, it's a big pitch right here for Thompson.
You do not want to load the bases here. If you load the bases, all of a sudden a base hit might give the lead to Cortland. Payoff pitch, swung on, lifted in the air, right field. That one is going to be right to Zach Allison. Throw back over to first. It is a double play. Wow, Cortland not alert at all on the base paths. Dylan McKenzie got caught up running towards second. Thought that one was going to drop. Instead, it dropped right into the glove of Zach Allison. And a heads-up throw back over to Kale Ayler behind the runner to get him. A double play to get Thompson out of the inning, and the lead still intact for Brevard. 3-2 NATOs as we head to the bottom of the 6th. A good one here at Gilcone Field, Wednesday matinee baseball. McCarthy back in the game here, surprisingly, in the bottom of the 6th. And here's Riley Hochrein. Wild miss, low and outside. New catcher for Cortland is number 20, Adam Miskowski. And the 1-0 in there for strike 1 to Hochrein, who is 0 for 1, a strikeout looking and a walk. And A.J. Fenton now in right field. Has that one in there for a strike. And the pitch taken for another ball here from McCarthy. McCarthy out here for his 6th inning of work, and the pitch is lifted in the air, right field foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still some warm-up action in the bullpen for Cortland, and the 2-2 is taken on the outside corner. 2nd strikeout looking of the day for Hochrein. And it'll bring up Hayden Jennings, who has a strikeout and a flyout, a deep flyout to left center field that Bonacci was able to run over and grab. And the first pitch here is low for ball 1 to the Tornado catcher. And this one chopped over to short, picked up on a hop, and the throw to first for out number 2. And quick work here in the 6th for McCarthy. I'll bring up Zach Allison. 1 for 2, a single and a fielder's choice so far for him on the afternoon. And McCarthy making quick work here in the 6th. Has only allowed 1 run since that first inning. Him and Thompson, same story for both of them, 1 run since the first. As that one drops in for strike 1. The only difference is that McCarthy allowed 1 extra run to Thompson's 1 in that first frame. And that's the difference right now. 3-2 Tornado lead as Allison down 0-1. And this one fouled back for strike 2. And McCarthy close to completing his 6th inning of work. His season high coming into today was 4 2/3. He winds up now for the 0-2. Here it is, that one taken for strike 3. Another strikeout looking. Allison frustrated with some words for the umpire. The home plate umpire giving some words back. And that will take us to the 7th. A couple of strikeouts and a ground out for the Tornadoes. A quick 6th inning, and we head to the 7th. We'll see if it's Thompson or somebody else. Looks like it will be Jacob Thompson coming back out for his 7th inning of work. Tornadoes leading at 3-2. Back here in just a moment. Seventh inning of baseball here at Gilcone Field. And it'll be number 20, Adam Mikowski, to lead things off. Over 2 with a pair of strikeouts here against Jacob Thompson, trying to turn his fate around. First pitch is a breaking ball that drops in there for strike 1. And when Thompson has controlled that breaking ball, it has looked really good, dropping into the middle of the zone at the last second. The 0-1 here is going to be bounced low and outside past Jennings for ball 1. Nobody on base, though. No harm, no foul. Leadoff hitter here in the 7th, Mikowski. The 1-1 is lined up the middle for a leadoff base hit. Base hit number 7 for the Red Dragons. Both teams with 7 base knocks. And the first hit of the afternoon there for Mikowski. And now here's Matt Kraft, who is 0 for 2 as well. Popped out to first and struck out in his 2 plate appearances. And now getting some signs here over from first, and wonder if this is a steal situation here. Thompson, the pitch, shows bunt. That one popped over to Thompson. It gets by him, and there will be no throw by Vasquez over to first. Thompson misplaying that one, going right under his glove. And it'll be another bunt single for Cortland. And another early inning struggle as we saw in the 6th for Thompson. Bit of bad luck there, but nonetheless, first and second with nobody out for the Cortland Red Dragons.
Yeah, they're playing a lot of good small ball recently in these past few innings. It's been fun to watch.
The force is in play at either bag. Showing bunt again. This one's going to get by Jennings. 2 men in scoring position now with nobody out for Jacob Thompson, and a disastrous start to this 7th inning. A 3-2 Tornado lead is in danger of being taken away with a single base hit. 3 outs to work with here as well for Cortland. Thompson, who has done so well, starting to falter these last 2 innings, it seems. A little bit of some small mistakes, missing that bump play, skipping that one past Jennings. And now a 1-0 count to number 24, Hunter Holiday, the new hitter. And the 1-0. Breaking ball drops in there for a strike. Strikeout would be enormous for Thompson if he can get it. Cameron Cook warming up in the pen for the Tornadoes. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed once again, and now a 1-2 hole. And now that pass ball really hurts you even more. Could still be first and second with a chance of getting this first out. And the 1-2. Breaking ball again. He times that one up past the diving Burchett. 1 run comes across. Throw to the plate is going to be knocked down by Jennings. The runner not advancing there. It'll be runners on the corners with nobody out, and a tied ball game now for Cortland. An RBI single there for Holiday. And here comes Coach Victory, and this might be the end of the line for Jacob Thompson. We will see. Cameron Cook, as we said, was warming up in the bullpen. And it looks like he will make the call. He will take the ball from Jacob Thompson. And as his line stands right now, it'll be 6 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs. As it will be Cameron Cook in to pitch, who we've seen mostly as a starter in his career, now coming in with some rest out of the pen for this weekend series at Southern Virginia. We'll step aside for just a moment as Cook warms up, and then we'll be back. Cortland threatening, runners on the corners with nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Tied ball game at 3 apiece. We'll be right back. Back here with Cameron Cook on the bump now, trying to mop up the mess that Jacob Thompson created here in the 7th after a really good first 6 innings. Ball game all tied up at 3 apiece for Maholsky. Cook comes set, and his first pitch, fastball in there for strike 1. Maholsky is grounded out twice in this one, 0 for 2, the 9-hole hitter. And the shortstop.
Yeah, I think you give up a run here if you can turn 2.
If you can get the strikeout, then the double play, you're really cooking.
That would be ideal.
And that one outside for ball 1 to Maholski. Even count here. The most drama we have had in this ball game here in the top of the 7th. All tied up at 3 apiece. Ball and a strike here to the shortstop, and the pitch is going to be bounced past Jennings. Runner will not go, but the runner at first will advance to second, and the force is no longer in play. Tornado pitchers have really struggled with bouncing these balls in the dirt. And now a hitter's count for Maholski. Cook's got to get it under control quickly. Maholski in the right-handed batter's box. Two balls and a strike, and the pitch. Misses outside, 3 balls and a strike. Three and one, in danger of loading the bases. Still no outs in this top of the 7th. Cook, the pitch. Line right at Vasquez. He'll step on the back for 1. Thinks about going to second, and a great play there by Vasquez. A double play. The third base coach not happy there. And the lead runner taken out as well as the batter. And not quite how they drew it up at the beginning of the at-bat, but a double play nonetheless.
Yeah, that ball was smoked. That's tough. That's tough for the runner there on third. You know that. That's got to be quick.
I thought for sure that was about to score somebody. Now here's Bonacci, 3 for 3 with 3 singles, 2 of them bunt singles. That one fouled straight back. Base hit still could give Cortland the lead. But if Cook can get them out of this, it will send us still tied to the bottom of the 7th. A great play there by Frankie Vasquez. The pitch here is grounded, base hit through the hole. Right field, Allison coming up, throwing. Throw to the plate is not in time. It's an RBI double, a 4 for 4 day for Bonacci. And a lead now for Cortland. Disappointing 7th inning for the Tornadoes. They now trail it 4-3 after the Bonacci RBI double. Just left that one too much over the plate. And Bonacci able to shoot that right side gap.
Yeah, Bonacci was not the guy that the Tornadoes wanted to see right there in that situation. I mean,
yeah, may have walked him to get to Chamati. Now Chamati at the plate with a runner in scoring position. The pitch by Cook high and inside for ball 1. And so that 4th run will be charged to Jacob Thompson. And the 1-0 is sent in the air, right field, chasing after it. Zach Allison, he is not going to get that one. It's off the wall. An RBI double. And a 2-run lead now for Cortland. Cameron Cook gives up back-to-back doubles. And it's a 2-run lead for Cortland now. Nick Chamati following Chris Bonacci's RBI double up with one of his own. And it is 5-3 to Cortland all of a sudden.
yeah, that's a tough inning for the Tornadoes. You know, it's just important for Cook to get out of this one now.
Cook searching for that 3rd out still. After the double play has given up consecutive doubles. First pitch here is taken. It'll get by Jennings. And the runner advancing to 3rd, and just some ugly baseball by the Tornadoes here in the 7th. Balls in the dirt, hard hit balls. Just not what you're looking for if you're Brevard. And now another runner 90 feet away from scoring. An inning that you entered leading 3-2, now trailing 5-3. And the pitch low and outside for a ball once again. Two balls, no strikes here, 2 away. And the pitch. Low and away, another ball here from Cook. 3-0 in danger of putting men on the corners. Cook came in, got a quick double play courtesy of Frankie Vasquez's glove. Since then, back-to-back RBI doubles, a passed ball, and now sitting in a 3-0 hole here to McKenzie. Here's the pitch. Down the middle for strike one. McKenzie 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Had an RBI single in his last at-bat. Three balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Taken outside for ball 4. And a walk here for McKenzie.
It almost looks like the batter there was expecting it to be called a strike.
Yeah, kind of a hesitation there.
Maybe that just goes back to the inconsistency, Brady.
He'll head over to first. Runners on the corners now. 2 outs still for Matt Bruno, who was 1 for 3 in this one. 2 ground ball outs with a single sandwich between them. And the first pitch from Cameron Cook is on the outside corner for strike one.
Yeah, Cook is trying to belt that outside right now, and I don't blame him, especially with the strike zone potentially opening up every here and there.
No balls and a strike, and the pitch is going to be spiked, and the runner at first will advance over to second. Dylan McKenzie now 2 men in scoring position, and Cameron Cook cannot seem to keep that ball out of the dirt. Ball and a strike here, 2 away here, still searching for that third out. Noah Webb up in the Tornado bullpen. And the 1-1 here from Cook. Lifted in the air, center field. Clark chasing after it. That one is going to be off the wall. 2 runs will score, and the wheels falling off for Cameron Cook right now in relief. 2 more runs come across, and it is 7-3 Cortland, a 5-run 7th. Goodness. Number 11, A.J. Fenton, will come to the plate, and Mike Victory is seeing enough. Cook comes in. 2/3 of an inning, 3 runs. And that's going to be it. Noah Webb coming in. Struggle for Cam Cook this afternoon. And now the lefty Webb going to come in and try and clean it up. Natos find themselves trailing by 4 in an inning that they entered in leading by 1. Back here in just a moment. Cortland now leading 7-3, and we'll be right back. Noah Webb now on the bump for Brevard, trying to finish off this 7th. It seems like never-ending 7th inning. Webb, the third pitcher that has come in for the NATOs in this inning, and he'll face A.J. Fenton. First pitch is popped back foul. Fenton flew out to right field. It ended up being a double play. Base running mistake by Cortland in that 6th. So Fenton 0 for 1. Lefty-lefty matchup here in an 0-1 hole. That one taken outside for ball 1. Ball and a strike here. 2 away, man on second for Cortland, and the pitch is low for ball 2. NATO's struggling to find outs here in this inning, and Cortland has batted around now. On deck is Mikowski, who started this inning off. And that one way outside, 3 balls and a strike to Fenton. 3-1, 2 away here still. 7 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error for Cortland. 3 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors for the Tornadoes. Webb trying not to walk Fenton in the pitch. On the outside corner for strike 2, and the count full.
Yeah, you got to go right at him right here. I mean, that third out's been so elusive this inning. You got to just throw it across and let your defense make a play.
NATOs find themselves trailing by 4. They do have the top of the lineup due up. And the pitch by Webb. Way outside for ball 4. And another walk. Tornadoes still trying to get that third out of the 7th. And it'll be Mikowski who started this inning off with a single. Still 2 away now, first and second. It's Bruno and Fenton, the 2 base runners for Cortland. And the first pitch here from Webb is popped up, right side. Jennings chasing after it, and he will run out of room. That one hitting in the stands. A quick strike 1 for Adam Mikowski, who was 1 for 3. Had 2 strikeouts his first 2 at-bats, but then singled to start off this inning, and what has proven to be a killer inning for the Tornadoes. The 0-1 nearly hits Mikowski, goes behind him with the breaking ball. Ball and a strike here. Still 2 away. In the top of the 7th, NATOs will still get a couple more chances at the plate, but not going to have a lot of time to work with. The 1-1 is popped up, right side, deep, chasing after it, and that one's going to fall into a gap too. Clark knocks that one down. 1 run scores. Another one coming across, and it'll be an RBI triple off of Webb for Mikowski. Unbelievable. As bad of an inning as you can have if you're the Tornadoes, giving up a 7 spot in this one. You led 3-2 coming into the 7th. Now you trail 9-3.
Yeah, you got to find that third out here. I mean, it's been a tough inning, no doubt. Tough inning.
Oh, 9-3. Cortland all of a sudden. And what looked like a really good game for the Tornadoes through 6 innings has turned into a disaster. Now trailing by 6. First pitch here is lined in the left field, and why not? Another RBI for Cortland. NATOs now find themselves trailing 10-3. RBI single for Matt Kraft. And it'll bring Hunter Holiday back up. Holiday with an RBI single in his first at-bat earlier this inning. And just an explosion by Cortland here in this 7th.
Yeah, the bats got high.
Bunt showed here. Webb picks it up, goes over to first, will not get him. Throw pulls him off the bag, and wow, the NATOs really finding creative ways to give away outs here.
And that's 5 errors on the day, Brady. And it's really, really hard to win ball games when you have 5 mistakes. Like, I mean, right there, that's got to be a routine play. You know, I know they practice that throughout the week. Just PFPs, man. You just got to do it. You just got to do your job right there.
5 errors and multiple wild pitches. Now first and second as that one misses for ball 1. One and 0 here. And Cortland not being any friendlier to Noah Webb as that one misses for ball 2 inside. 2 balls, no strikes here. Still 2 away in the 7th. Second out was recorded when the ball game was tied at 3 apiece. 7 2-out runs for Cortland here. And now the count ran up to 3-0. It seems like the Tornadoes just can't do anything right now, to put it frankly. Three balls, no strikes. Shirley not swinging here. And that one will drop in for strike 1. An 8-run 7th. Webb comes set. And that one sent into right field. It'll drop in front of Allison. Another run will score for Cortland. Oh, my. A 9-run 7th for Cortland has it an 11-3 game. Chris Bonacci, 4 for 4 in this one. Back up to the plate now. He sends this one past the diving Cale Ayler, and another run will score. And Cortland not going station to station, still trying to score on these singles. Now making it 12-3.
Yeah, this has been a brutal inning for the Tornadoes.
It's as bad as you can have, to put it frankly.
I don't know. It could get worse. It has potential.
Nick Chamati now at the plate, first and second. Goodness. Chamati, runners on first and second. 9 2-out runs now for Cortland as that one drops in there for strike 1. Not excited to see the final lines for the Brevard pitchers in this one. Webb, the 0-1, sent over to short. Morton knocks it down, bobbles it, toss over to second, cannot make the play. Another Tornado error, their 6th of the day.
Yeah, when it rains, it pours. And right now, feels like a hurricane for the Nados.
Now batting third baseman number 7, Dylan McKenzie.
Brutal, once again. They've almost batted around twice. Here's Matt Bruno. Takes ball 1. RBI double for him in this inning. Seems like everybody on the team's got an RBI this inning. 15 hits. 8 of them coming in this inning, I believe. And that one in there for strike 1. Ball and a strike with 2 away here. Webb comes set. Now the pitch. Lifted in the air. Center field. Clark chasing after it. That one is going to be dropped at the track. 1 run will score. Here comes another. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Booted by Jennings, and 2 more runs score for Cortland. Oh, my goodness. 3 runs on that play. Holy cow. 15-3, Cortland. Wow. time coming here, and Coach Victory about to make his third pitching change of the inning. Ugly, ugly baseball for the Tornadoes here in the 7th. Now trailing in a blowout. Back here in just a moment from Gil Cone Field. Back here to continue the 7th inning, a 12-run inning for Cortland so far. It has been 3 pitching changes for head coach Mike Victory in this inning, and now the third one is Greg Simmons. Simmons, who we saw finish the game off against Northern Vermont Linden in Game 2 of a doubleheader against them. Back in action here, the lefty drops strike 1 in there to Matt Bruno.
Yeah, last time we saw him, the roles were reversed, actually. We were up pretty big, and
can't imagine, couldn't have imagined the wheels falling off like that in this inning as Simmons misses there. Eighteenth batter of the inning.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That is a crazy number.
For Cortland. Simmons, breaking ball misses high. 2 balls and a strike. Runner on second. Still 2 away. Out number 2 was recorded in a 3-3 ball game. Since then, it's just been a barrage. Simmons. Pitch is going to hit the batter. Bruno will reach on a hit by pitch.
Yeah, this is tough. This is tough to watch, man. It's rough baseball right now.
And so now 2 whole times batting around for Cortland in the 7th inning.
But I think you potentially you limit the damage here as most as you can for the rest of this inning, and then maybe throw in some young guys, give them some reps, especially going into conference play this weekend at Southern Virginia, I believe. Correct, Brady?
Yes, 3-game set coming up this weekend at Southern Virginia. By the way, new pinch runner in at first is Zach Taro, 6'3", 200 infielder out of Birminghampton. And Simmons facing his second batter here. It's going to be Fenton. Fenton takes ball 1. Fenton with his second at-bat of the inning. And that one missing high for ball 2. And it just seems like this inning is never going to end.
Yeah, that is a good way to put it.
2 balls, no strikes. Still 2 away here in the 7th, but you got to get that 3rd. And this game may be too far gone for the Tornadoes at this point, trailing 15-3. And the 2-0. Misses again for ball 3. Three balls and no strikes here for A.J. Fenton. And the pitch in there for strike 1. 3 balls and a strike, 2 away here in the 7th. Nados have given up 12 in this inning. That one drops in there for strike 2. 13 rather, apologies. 13-run 7th inning for the Cortland Red Dragons. And the full count pitch taken for ball 4. Oh. It'll be another walk for Fenton. That's 2 this inning for him. And it'll bring up Adam Mikowski for his 3rd at-bat of the inning. Mikowski a single and an RBI triple here in this 7th.
Yeah, just got to find a way.
And the pitch lifted in the air, left center field. Clark is under it and will mercifully put an end to this 7th inning. A 13 spot has put the Nados all of a sudden on the losing end of a blowout game, 15-3, as we finally head to the home half of the 7th. Nados trailing big, and they need to do something here. Top of the lineup coming up here from Gil Cone Field. Back in a moment. Jordan Roll will be the new hitter, a pinch hitter here in place of Blake Burchett. A dual sport athlete, also a member of the Brevard football team. Roll taking his first cuts of the season. He'll take ball one. New pitcher for Cortland is Bradley Battellini. Pitch number 2 swung on and missed. Big hack there from Jordan. Logan Sawyer on deck, another pinch hitter. That one on the outside corner for strike 2. Final line for Will McCarthy, 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of them earned, with 2 walks and 7 strikeouts. And the 1-2 pitch to Roll here, take on the outside corner for strike 3, sent down looking.
Now batting for the Tornadoes, number 9, Logan Sawyer.
And this will be Logan Sawyer, the pinch hitter here. I've seen him in pinch hit action a few times, including against Northern Vermont Linden. And the pitch sent over to the right side, picked up at second, throw on to first, out number 2.
Now batting for your Tornadoes,
And
number
now
10, Taylor Matter.
Taylor Mattern will step into the box to take his cuts. Another guy that we've seen sub into a few games here at Gilcone Field. First pitch to Mattern is taken outside for ball 1. Battellini has recorded 2 quick outs, and this one low for ball 2. And that one popped over right side, coming up under it, and running out of room is the first baseman, Kraft. Mattern now sitting in a hitter's count 2-1. Two balls and a strike, 2 away here in the home half of the 7th. That one popped back foul, and the count evened up at 2 apiece. Two and 2. Here to Mattern, the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That will be it. A 1-2-3, bottom of the 7th for the Tornadoes. And NATO's trailing at 15-3. As we head to the top of the 8th, it'll be Greg Simmons once again. NATO's trailing big, back here in just a moment. Back here for the top of the 8th, Greg Simmons back out there after recording the 3rd out of the 7th. A big inning, to say the least. A 13-run 7th for Cortland has them way out ahead now. Came into that inning trailing 3-2. First pitch here from Greg Simmons going to miss high. Be a pinch hitter for Matt Kraft. That one low for ball 2. Pinch hitter is number 6, Mitchell Kelly. Two balls and no strikes to Kelly here. Simmons, the lefty, on the mound, and that one's going to miss high. 3 balls and no strikes here. NATO's trailing big here in the 8th. And trying to get some guys some new looks. You got some replacements. Bring up in just a minute as that one fouled back. On the left side of the infield at third now is Davis Bryson. At short, Logan Sawyer. At second, Jordan Rowell. And at first, Baylor Wyatt. In center field, Taylor Mattern. And in right field, Peter Famero. 3-1 here. And the pitch is sent foul down the right side. Full count here to start off the 8th. Simmons trying to put away Kelly, the pinch hitter. Here it is. Breaking ball. Oh, just misses for ball 4. No need to really squeeze in a 12-run game, but that's exactly what the home plate umpire did.
Yeah, that was, I don't know where that one missed. I'm a little confused by that one. Maybe it dropped a little too late, but yeah, I don't know what he's doing there, but more power to him.
Here's Hunter Holiday, an RBI single and an error he reached on earlier as that one misses for ball 1. Ball, no strikes, and Simmons got to just hit the strike zone in this type of game right now. As that one taken for ball 2.
Yeah, I agree with you, Brady. You're not really trying to strike out the side or anything like that at this point. You're just trying to limit runs and get outs.
2-0. And that one going to miss again. Another 3-0 count.
I think we got some more action out there in the bullpen for the Tornadoes.
Looks like a couple guys up and moving, yeah.
Can't really tell who, but looks about 2-3 of them or something like that.
That one will be taken for ball 4, and back-to-back walks here to start the 8th for Greg Simmons.
Here comes Coach Victory, Brady, probably to bring in one of those cats from the bullpen.
Looks like Mike Victory has seen enough.
And Brady, I believe it's Andy Farringer, the freshman.
We will see another pitching change here as Farringer comes in to warm up Simmons. That'll be the end of the line for him after starting this inning off with a couple of walks. 3 walks on his line in a third of an inning with no hits, no runs as it stands. Back here in just a moment, NATO's trailing big here from Gil Cone Field. Now batting for Cortland is pinch hitter. Give you the name here in just a moment. First and second with nobody out here after back-to-back walks issued by Greg Simmons. Ball one in there. This is Liam Ward, the pinch hitter in place of Andrew Maholski. And the 1-0 drops in there for a strike. Couple of walks here to start off the eighth. Andy Farringer, the new pitcher, and that one sent up the middle for a base hit. And they will go station to station. Bases will be loaded here for Cortland. And a dead silent Tornado dugout. An unhappy Coach Mike Victory in there. A game that it seemed like the NATOs were in control of for the whole time, and all of the sudden trailing by a lot, 15-3. It'll be another pinch hitter. John Munoz, as that one is low and outside for ball one. Ball and no strikes. And the pitch. Inside corner, strike one. This game already at about 2.5 hours. And still nobody out here in the top of the eighth. Behringer delivers. That one lifted in the air, right center field, chasing after it, and not able to get to it is Mattern. 1 run will score. Here comes another. Throw in is cut off by Bryson, and 2 more runs come across for Cortland. And both of those runs will be charged to Simmons.
Yeah.
Another pinch hitter coming here for Cortland.
Yeah, I believe that getting the guys. Man. Tough day for the Tornadoes on the
Pinch hitter here is Shartner. As that one sent through the gap, another run will score. Famero comes up with it in right field. Luke Shartner with an RBI there. Oh, 18-3. And Cortland just pouring it on here. Unbelievable. Number 12, Dylan Tierney. Another pinch hitter here for Cortland. Behringer comes set. Here's the pitch. Line foul down the third base line. No balls and a strike here to the pinch hitter Tierney with runners on first and third. And the pitch sent over, caught by Logan Sawyer at shortstop for out number 1. I'll bring up number 22, Zach Taro, who came in as a pinch runner earlier. Taro, first pitch to him on the inside corner for strike 1. And the pitch swung on and missed there by Taro. And Farringer, if nothing else, he's throwing strikes, which we have not seen a ton of these last few pitchers.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's just so important to find the strike zone in games like this.
That one
Just things like that.
chopped over to the pitcher, throw on to first, and he got him for out number 2. So 2 outs in a row here recorded by Farringer. And now
batting number 4.
this will bring up number 4, Logan Karwoski. It'll be Kirby Sandifer, the lefty, up in the tornado pen. Let's see if Farringer can complete the inning here. NATO's trailing by 15 runs, 18-3. Trying to bring the bats up here in the 8th. Karwoski, pitch to him, way outside for ball 1. Farringer down 1-0. And this one chopped right side, handled by Wyatt. He'll take it to the bag himself. And the NATOs get the Red Dragons retired here in the top of the 8th, but not before giving up 3 more runs. Tornadoes now trail at 18-3 as we head to the home half of the 8th. Back here in just a moment.
Tornadoes number 44, Baylor Wyatt.
Back here for the home half of the 8th. Tornadoes trailing by a lot, 18-3, a game that they led 3-2 entering the 7th, and it has just gone completely south as that one swung on and missed. In other baseball news, World Baseball Classic still ongoing, just about to wrap up pool play. Mexico and Canada currently playing. Mexico leading 3-1 in the bottom of the 4th in that one. As Wyatt down 0-1. That one taken on the outside corner for strike 2. Cuba defeating Australia earlier today 4-3. Ronald Acuna Jr. in Venezuela with another victory, beating Israel 5-1. And tonight's games, Puerto Rico against the Dominican Republic should be a good one as Wyatt swings on and misses there. And then United States and Colombia, I believe the final game of pool play for each of these teams. And it looks like it'll be Mitch Kelly pitching for USA, who has lost 1 game and won 2 games so far in pool play in the World Baseball Classic. As this will be Davis Bryson, I believe. Jock Pledger on deck, the dual sport athlete for the Tornadoes here in the bottom of the 8th. NATO's just trying to get different looks for their guys here as the 1-0 taken out on the outside corner for strike 1. Ball and a strike here to Bryson. And the pitch swung on and missed there for strike 2.
In other sports news, minus baseball, Brady, I saw that the Patriots picked up Juju today, I believe, on a 3-year deal.
Yeah, few big moves today. Aaron Rodgers confirming that he at least intends to join the New York Jets once the trade is figured out, as that one low and outside for ball 2, as well as a couple of cuts in the NFL. Ezekiel Elliott, Matt Ryan, 2 of the guys being released in the NFL today for all of our football fans. And in college football news, spring practice starting and has started for a few teams, but coming up for a few others, as the 2-2 pitch there outside for ball 3, and including Tennessee football, who starts up their spring practice next week. I know Georgia Tech has already started theirs. Not sure when national champion Georgia begins their spring practice, but spring ball in full effect for a lot of teams.
They started this week, Brady. You know, the 2-time defending national champion Georgia Bulldogs.
Low and outside, that'll be ball 4.
And Georgia actually had their pro day, I want to say, either today or yesterday.
Yeah, I saw Stetson Bennett.
Slinging the rock, baby. Steady boy.
Bennett.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be able to make a career as a backup in the NFL.
Saw your boy Brooks Austin was there. The guy who should tell the audience about your new job, Brad.
For those of the listeners who are unfamiliar, I got picked up recently as a beat writer for Tennessee football for Sports Illustrated. Exciting new gig on top of the announcing duties that I get to enjoy here at Brevard College. So busy slate here in the spring for yours truly, as this pitch taken outside by Pledger. Ball and a strike with 1 away. Bryson standing on first. And at this point, it seems like whatever happens in this ball game would just be delaying the inevitable, as the NATOs trail it by 15 runs here in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-1 here to Pledger is taken high for ball 2.
Yeah, I saw, like I said, your boy Brooks, Brady. He's a beat writer for Georgia football, for whoever doesn't know who that guy is. But he was at Georgia's pro day today, and said Arthur Smith was actually eyeballing Stetson quite a bit today. So lots of potential there, maybe.
Interesting. May come in and try to win that third-string job with Taylor Heineke being signed and Desmond Ritter already on the roster. I'm serious.
Oh, the Brad Meister with the jokes.
It wasn't a joke. They really do have 2 quarterbacks on the roster already.
I know. I saw Taylor got picked up.
Hometown guy in Atlanta, as Pledger swings and misses for strike 3 and out number 2. It'll be Kenneth Pridmore coming up to the plate here with 2 away and a man on first. And NATO's just trying to finish this one off and move on to conference play that starts this weekend, heading to Buena Vista, Virginia for a 3-game set against Southern Virginia. Runner goes, throw down to second, not in time. A stolen base there for Davis Bryson. Nice slide there into second. Trying to move himself into scoring position, trying to scratch and claw as much as they can, are the Tornadoes.
Yeah, just referring back to tough day. I mean, 9-run, top 7, and then 6 errors. I mean, none of that just equates to.
That one popped right side, and it will be caught by the second baseman running into his right fielder. That will be out number 3. Pridmore pops out, and that will send us to the final frame of the afternoon. NATO's trailing it big, 18-3, as we come back for the 9th inning of baseball here at Gil Cone Field. Back here for the 9th inning of baseball here. It'll be Andy Farringer back out on the mound. Same infield as we saw. I believe Pridmore now behind the plate. Or no, Peeler rather. For the Tornadoes as Farringer misses ball 1. Pledger will move into center field and Taylor Mattern will scoot over to left. 18-3 Cortland here. The 1-0 is going to hit the batter, number 46, James Bolton, a pinch hitter. And Farringer will put the leadoff man on here in the top of the 9th.
Now batting number 6, Mitchell Kelly.
And Mitch Kelly back up to the plate here for his second try. Walked last time up. That one will miss outside for ball 1. And you know what else is coming up is the March Madness tournament ball game starting tomorrow afternoon in the round of 64. Round of 64 and round of 32 games this weekend as a check swing there is fouled off. And a couple of contenders in that one. You've got teams like Texas, Bama, Marquette, defending champion Kansas, and the hardest tournament to predict in sports, honestly. But don't take this as gambling advice, but be sure to fill in your brackets before the games start, as that throw is going to be errant by Bryson past Jordan Roll. A fielder's choice and an E5 there will make it first and third with nobody out for Farringer here in the 9th, with the NATOs trailing by 15.
Yeah, I think Kansas has a good chance to repeat here this year. I know you're kind of big on Bama yourself, Brady, but I don't know, man. I'm just not a big Bama guy.
I like Alabama this year, but we'll see. It's just tough to repeat, especially in any sport, but especially in March Madness. Like I said, maybe the most unpredictable postseason event we have in major and college sports.
North Carolina not even making it this year.
No UNC, no Michigan, a couple of mainstays that faltered out a little bit this season and were not able to make the tournament.
Yeah, North Carolina put themselves in a hole pretty early on. Just not playing consistent basketball, you know.
The first number 1 team since the round of 64 era began to not make the tournament, preseason number 1, as that one fouled off once again. Ball and 2 strikes now to the batter, Hunter Holiday. Farringer ahead 1-2 here. And the pitch. In the dirt. Ball 2, nobody going. That one knocked down by Peeler. Now a 2-2 count here. The pitch. Lined into right for a base hit. 1 run will score. That one knocked down by Pledger. He comes up throwing. It's cut off by Sawyer, and another run will come across for Cortland. 19-3 now.
On 20 hits for Cortland today. That
not a good pitching showing for the Tornadoes. Well, we say that, but Jacob Thompson did not have a bad day at all. 6 innings, 4 runs, only 2 of them earned in 5 Ks, but once it got handed over to the bullpen, things got ugly fast. And Farringer delivers down the middle for strike 1. Still looking for the first out of the inning. Farringer is throwing strikes in the pitch. Ripped, and another base hit. That one's going to roll into the gap. Run will score. Another runner will advance to third, and it'll be an RBI double, making it 20-3. 20-3 Cortland. In a game that saw the NATOs leading 3-2 in the 7th inning. Since then, 18 unanswered runs for Cortland. Unheard of, completely unheard of. And you got to be a little bit embarrassed if you're the Tornadoes right now. Farringer delivers. That one ripped through the gap. Another run will come across. And that one booted in left field. Another run will come across. This one's going to roll. It will be a 2-run RBI single followed by an error. Goodness. 8th error on the day for the Tornadoes. Now trailing by 19, and here comes Mike Victory once again. Victory may try the lefty Sandifer here, may just be talking to Farringer, but I do believe it will be a change. And it will be Sandifer coming in here. We'll step aside, and we'll be back here in just a moment. NATO's trailing big. Back here, new pitcher for the Tornadoes, freshman Kirby Sandifer. Batting for Cortland is number 30, Luke Shartner. First pitch from Sandifer is in the dirt. It'll head back. Runner will not go. And just adding insult to injury here with every pitch, it seems. Sandifer, freshman out of Harrison High School, home of Justin Fields, the Chicago Bears quarterback. Chicago Bears recently trading that number 1 pick to a lot of the viewers on here's favorite team, Carolina Panthers. Panthers now in a position to pick whoever they would like, and everyone assuming that it'll be a quarterback, and probably between Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, and maybe Anthony Richardson, as the 2-0 here from Sandifer is lifted in the air, left field. That one is going to drop for another extra base hit. Another run will come across. And it is 23-3, Cortland. I don't know if I've seen a game like this.
There was one over the weekend, I believe. I don't remember the teams, but it was where that it was the series where that controversial umpire situation happened. I'm pretty sure it was a New Orleans team, I believe. Put up 33.
That one caught right on the right field line. Throw in over to third by Famero. Brought in by Davis Bryson.
Yep, I was correct, Brady. It was New Orleans baseball against Mississippi Valley State. They put up 33 runs in 6 innings.
Jeez.
Yep, that's brutal. That is brutal.
Sandifer here, after recording the first out, skips another one. And we have seen too many of those today, those pass balls. allowing 23 hits, that's something you might expect to do over a span of 4 or 5 games, not in a single game, and just a lot to be worked on for these Tornadoes relief pitchers. As this one will be chopped over to short, charging Sawyer, throw on to first is not going to be brought in by Baylor Wyatt. The 9th error of the afternoon for the Tornadoes, and just when you think that these stats can't get any more ridiculous, they do.
Now batting number 4, Logan Karwoski.
Here's Logan Karwoski here. Back into the box again. Sandiford deals and swing and a miss there. Strike 1. No balls and a strike here, yeah.
Errors.
9 errors for the Tornadoes as that one fouled back for strike 2, Karwoski. Tornadoes just trying to bring an end to this one. No balls and 2 strikes, 1 out, and that one is going to be inside for ball 1. Runners on first and third. Here with 1 away for Karwoski, holding a 21-run lead. And the pitch spiked again, past the catcher Peeler. Another pass ball. And now the count even at 2 apiece with 1 out here. I mean, it's been a lot of lack of control from these Tornado pitchers we've seen the last few times, but when they have hit the strike zone, the bats have not missed, as that one swung on and missed for strike 3. Nice to see there. Out number 2. And now coming up will be number 46, James Bolton.
Now batting number 46, James Bolton.
2 away. And the pitch. Chopped over to short. Sawyer has it. Will toss over to the bag at second. And finally, the 9th inning will come to an end. The Tornadoes have allowed 18 runs in the last 4 frames. More than that, actually. 21 runs, I believe, in the last 4 frames. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Tornadoes trailing massively 23-3. Back here in just a moment. Back here for the final frame for the Tornadoes. This is Ben Peeler, his first career plate appearance here, swinging and missing at the first pitch he sees. New pitcher is Grant Biederman for Cortland. Taking a ball there. Ball on a strike, and the pitch. Lifted foul straight back. In a long, long last few innings for everybody involved. Tornadoes trailing 23-3. And that one taken for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Inside, ball 3, count ran full. Payoff pitch here from Biederman is line foul. Full count once again here. And here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. NATO's now down to their final 2 outs. And it'll be Peter Famero stepping to the plate. He's been playing right field the last couple of innings. NATO's down to their final 2 outs. On deck, I believe, is Jordan Roll once again. This one taken outside for ball 1. The 1-0 taken outside for ball 2. Famero, we've seen a few different times this season. Both catcher, DH, and that one swung on and missed. 2-1. Biederman working quickly now. The 2-1 fouled off the hand down the right side. Famero asking for time as he steps into the box, knowing how fast Biederman's been working. Count even at 2. And the pitch. Taken high for ball 3. And the count full once again here in the bottom of the ninth. The ball game that sees the NATO's trailing by 20. 23-3. That one taken for ball 4. Famero will walk. And now here comes Roll once again.
Now batting for the Tornadoes, number 0, Jordan Roll.
Roll struck out his first time up, his first at-bat of the season. And pitch taken for a strike. 0-1 here to Jordan Roll, the freshman. Runner going, this one lifted left side of the infield. Under it and making the grab is the third baseman there for out number 2. Number 12, Dylan Tierney there at third, making the grab on that pop-up. And now the NATO's down to their final out here, trailing 23-3. And it'll be Logan Sawyer. This game nearing the 3-hour mark here with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. Ball game started at 2 o'clock. It is now 4:57. First pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. The 0-1 lifted in the air, right center field. That one is going to be caught for the final out, and that will do it finally. The Tornadoes falling 23-3 here to Cortland. The Red Dragons coming here from New York on a spring break trip to the Carolinas. They come to Brevard, trailing 3-2 in the 7th inning, and coming out with a 23-3 victory. Tornadoes did not score a run after the 3rd inning, and the wheels just completely fell off in that 7th inning. A 13-run frame. Not much to talk about here in this one. Jacob Thompson, 6 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, 5 strikeouts, and 1 walk. A pretty good start for number 17. The Tornado relievers could not hold it down, and Cortland with a big victory here, a blowout victory, stomping the Tornadoes 23-3 here on a Wednesday afternoon at Gilcone Field. The NATOs now will get ready to begin conference play, heading to Buena Vista, Virginia this weekend for a 3-game set against the Southern Virginia Knights. And until then, I am Brady Penn with Eli Carr signing off. Let's go NATOs.